Hey guys, so this is odd. It's more Asmodeus than it is Loki. He thinks my uncle is up to something, nothing nefarious, but it's this channel, right? The uncle that's rich. He once a year used to send a gift card, which was nice. He started it after my mom died, and it would be, whatever it would be a smaller gift card. It would be once a year, and he has helped out in the past financially. He has, he just he didn't send one this year, and I really didn't say anything, and I had called him to thank him for his card, and he finally returned my card, and he was super weird during the phone call. And, when you only talk to someone once a year on the phone, you don't know how far to push on things. Like, he told me some stuff that's going on with them, and, they're obviously not financially hurt. They actually seem to be doing quite well. So I was like, well, I'm just glad it wasn't, you're in such dire straits you couldn't send a card. It was just he didn't do it this year, and it felt like the entire call, he wanted to mention the card and he wanted to mention the money. He never did. No, I did ask like how my roofs are doing. I'm like, which one? And we talked about that. And, it's like, I don't know if he was trying to see if I needed money, which, yes, please. I have government insurance. What do you think? I don't have insurance on this house. If something happens, let's hope the gods are generous. I land on my feet. I don't know if he was trying to see if I needed money, which, yes, please. Or, he was trying to see if I needed help, or, if he was offering and I didn't understand. But, I had asked him before, I'd asked him last year, mentioned a couple things, and he really made it clear he was done giving help, that he didn't have any more hope to give. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna mention it now. You kind of drew that line and you didn't send a gift card this year. I think this was like the final card. I think his plan was send one final Christmas card with nothing in it so I get the message. But, my mama raised me polite. You get a card, you send a thank you card, or you call, and I called and I thanked him. He didn't have to return my, phone call. I did the polite thing by thanking him, and I said, "Well, did you get your card?" And he says, "What card?" And I said, "I sent it, about a week or so ago. Remember that time I told you we were baking cookies and shit and sending cards out? Well, I don't know. It felt really weird. And Asmodeus wants to know why he was acting so strange, and what's he up to. I said, look, Asmodeus, either the gift card's coming separately, and one of two things happen. It's either delayed or somebody took it. I said, if it's coming and it's delayed, it'll eventually get here. We'll call him and we'll thank him. I said, he knows me. I'm too damn polite not to have thanked him with a video, a phone call, or email, or a card of my own. I said, he's way too, he knows me, and he knows I'm way too polite to have just got a card and went out and spent it and been like, oh, whatever. But it kept feeling like he wanted to bring it up, and I wasn't going to bring it up because my mama raised me not to do that. She's like, if the year comes that someone doesn't put money in your card, because I think it happened once in our family, and I don't think I mentioned it. I forget who mentioned it. Maybe I did. I don't know. She said, sometimes, honey, people don't have money. And so, just to be polite, if somebody doesn't send you a gift card or give you the money or something this year, you don't mention it. So I didn't mention it because he claimed he's doing well and he still got the horse stable and everything, and he gave his stimulus to charity and everything. Well, I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Maybe he's lying. Maybe he don't have the money. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. But Asmodeus wants to know. If Asmodeus think there is a mystery, he's like a cat, so I associate cats with him. He's in the middle of it, and he needs to know. He needs to know this thing, and you know how he is with his people. And his little ears are pricking up. He's like, "What do you mean he has a horse stable and he travels the road?" Yeah, the dude's wealthy. He's loaded. At least he was, unless something unfortunate happened. And you know how Asmodeus gets. He's nosy, and he's like, "You have to make a video about this. I want to know what the hell's going on." And I said, "Well, how the hell would people that watch the channel know?" And he goes, "Well, they usually give you really good feedback. So what are you guys feeling?" I'm feeling that I said logically the only thing I can think of is he's done giving me these cards. I said I didn't think they'd last forever. And we had even discussed when his card hadn't come by a certain date, I said, well, we can either get our own stuff if we truly, really want to do that this year and carry on the tradition, or we can just do without. We decided to do without. And we did get pizza tonight. We did. We found pizza money that we didn't have. And the guy was a gentleman. He said, well, he wouldn't deliver unless your driveway or something is, shoveled. I said, well, you know my house. I said, I'm disabled, but I said, I'll tell you what, you drive it down, I will meet you at the road and I will, take it. He was a gentleman. He walked down my sidewalk, even though it wasn't shoveled, and he walked it to the door. So that was sweet of him. He complains 365 days a year, but he was a gentleman. He walked it to the door, and I thanked him. He's like, it's okay. He don't want anybody to know. He might do something nice once in his lifetime, but it was really sweet. And so we have pizza and chicken and soda, so we'll have soda for Christmas. So that solves that problem. And it was one of those things. I said, my friend was the one that didn't believe in any of this COVID stuff, and she believes, she wears her mask and everything. But she wanted Thanksgiving and I wouldn't because I felt funny. And then, Christmas, we already canceled it like December 1st or 2nd. So I said, everybody takes something differently. I said, you never know with people. And I said, maybe this year he just, maybe in all practical terms, wondered if I was alive. And he didn't want to waste the money on the card if he didn't have to. I said, I don't know, man. I said, I don't know. I said, you know me and you know my mouth. I said, maybe he saw the channel and he got offended by something I said. I said, I tend to be a loose cannon half the time and I tend to say things before I think. Sometimes I'm well aware I do that. And I said, that might be it. I said, that's the problem with running a YouTube channel or any other platform where you share your opinion. You can make enemies really easily and for life because of something you said and they never let it go. That's to be expected if you're going to share your opinion on a public platform. You gonna make yourself some enemies and they gonna hate you for life. It's one of the perks of the job. So I don't know, guys, but you guys let us know. He is really, really, really interested because my uncle's kind of like keeping me on the phone and like I can feel like he kept wanting to bring up the card, wanting to bring up the card, and he goes, "Well, I guess we're not doing anything for Christmas." And it felt like he was trying to segue into that, and I said, "I am." I said, "Steam's going to be having the Steam sale. I'll at least be on there looking, if nothing else." And he goes, "Oh, ha." And I said, I'm not going to worry about Christmas. I'm not disrespecting it, but I'm like, I'm not going to let it stop me from having fun. I said, I'll do that. But they usually take a fancy trip. I'm like, I don't need a fancy trip. I'll be on Steam playing games. A couple of these spicier titles had dropped free content lately too, because they feel bad for people because of COVID. So I've been keeping myself entertained. So it was weird, and Asmodeus needs to know. Asmodeus is into everything. It's actually really endearing. One of you had given me a link, and I appreciate that. I saved the link to my my saves, and that's very much Asmodeus. He's into everything. I haven't seen him show that much perception with people, but I do know him well enough to know that if he's interested in something and he's looking, there's something over there I'm not seeing. And basically, part of the lore says that he sees things as they really are. And I said, I don't know. You tell me. And he's not saying anything. He doesn't cough up random information on people for me. I wish he would. And I get mm-mm, mm-mm. But he's really interested in some mystery. Some mystery he has to go see. He has to go see. So I don't know. I'm entertaining Asmodeus. So and I don't care if my uncle would somehow see this. I don't care. He's under no moral or social obligation to send it to me. Been nice if he had thought of me as a surety for the stimulus check, but there you go. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.